to pattysadvice.info. Be sure to share me around to your friends and stuff like that too. I'm going to talk about tips and tricks of the garden today, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood, that I don't want to be liable for anything that happens to your plants or anything. This is all on you if you want to try this or not. It's just things I do to my garden, and just like to share it. So the first thing is aphids. I'm having a real problem with aphids right now on my okra and on my star jasmine out front. The okra isn't getting but maybe this tall so far, and they should have been like rooftop tall, already, and I think it's because the aphids. I sprayed them down now last 2 days. I've been spraying it kind of like with a harsh spray, and it's knocking them off, and it's supposed to drown them because they drown easily. They have soft bodies, so anything spicy can burn them and make them want to leave, or some things can make them die. I'm not sure what kind. I'm finding out that garlic, if you take 2 cloves and smush it into a paste, and you stick it in some water and you let it sit, and the water that comes, the stuff that comes off of it, you would put that and spray your plants with that. By putting it in a water bottle and then fill it up with water. Be sure to strain the garlic, because it would probably do no good to do that, because it will get clogged in your spritzer thing. So that's up to you. I haven't tried it yet. Like I said, it's supposed to run them off like crazy, so I'm going to try it, but I gotta get that stuff already started. Anyways, what I do know is that cayenne pepper does work. If you mix at least a tablespoon in with like a spritzer bottle. You can do less than not a tablespoon, I'm sorry, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in with water and mix real well. Let it sit so it gets all nice and juicy in there, and then you spritz them little boogers, and they should either die or go away. I don't know. All I know is they start leaving and they don't like it. My mom always used that, and it always worked for her, and she had the most awesomest green thumb I've ever seen, because all her plants, and I'm starting to get that, because I can make a dead plant actually almost come back if it's not, if the roots are still alive. There's the garlic, and then there's the cayenne pepper, and I found out that cinnamon also, ants, not for aphids, but for ants, you can try it on aphids. I don't know if it works or not. I heard about it today, and I would like to try it. It's the same thing with the garlic. I found it today. I haven't tried neither one of these, but I'm going to. For ants, if you have problems with ants that are coming into your house, use cinnamon, and it gets rid of them. I also read that banana peels, ants don't like banana peels or something. If you blow the plant and it's supposed to repel them or something, I don't know. I do know one thing. The only thing is you got to be careful what you put it near. Like this plant does not like basil is the plant that you don't want to put it near. I know that for a fact. I've got to read some more. I don't know for sure what all plants that it can't have near it. But basil is definitely one, so I keep it far away from my basil. But rue is like a repellent for bugs, and it helps, believe it or not. Whenever I had aphids on a plant, I put the rue beside the plant, and the aphids left it. Problem is, and this is a big is, I really don't know what plants it can handle being around and what it can't be around. So I do know basil is one, and that's what I tried it on, and then I found out about the basil not being able to be done that way, and so I took it away from it. And I put it around my patio. It also helps to repel mosquitoes, and that's what it does work. I don't get messed with when I'm on my back porch or anything, and I've got the rue there growing, and they're all in little pots like this. And tip for you, when you're buying plants, a lot of people don't realize this. When the nurseries are planting or making pots for them, like big pallets of them, okay, they place these little seeds in each one of these little trays. Well, you think they're only putting one in there. Sometimes they put 2 to 3 in there, because 1 or 2 might die, and that way you get one at least in that planter. Well, that's how they think. So whenever they're planting these, have them in such a bulk that you get sometimes 2 and 3, sometimes even 4 and 5. If you watch and you look real hard, you can see the plants. If you lift up the leaves of whatever you're buying, and you count how many stems, stick the stems, and follow them down. Make sure they're not connected. Because if they're connected, then it ain't going to do you no good, because it's one plant. But if you look hard enough, you'll see more than one plant down there, and you're getting double your money back worth. But a root plant is very awesome to use in your yard, in your garden, in your back patio, even in your house. I'm pretty sure it works great. It helps repel bugs and stuff. Now for fleas, I really couldn't tell you. I just use 7 Dust. I don't like using the granules. My husband always grabs the granules by accident. So I have to go and pick up some more 7 Dust because the people next door and in the back, they have big dogs. Well, they used to live there. They used to have a big dog. They no longer do. And now it's new people, so they don't have dogs. They have friends that come over and have dogs. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting fleas in my yard because my dogs are starting to itch, and I don't like that. And I bathe them when I see fleas because I have one dog that is allergic to fleas. I know that sounds funny, huh? Anyways, so I don't know what to tell you about fleas, besides the fact, for apple cider vinegar, if you want to use it to repel the bugs from the fleas from biting you, it also, I notice, works for me whenever I'm outside. I notice the mosquitoes don't want to bite me either. But, apple cider vinegar is good for dogs. It helps clear out their throats, helps them keep from doing the sounds and stuff like that. But it also helps repel fleas and probably ticks. I'm not sure. They can't stand the taste of the blood in the dog system. So about 4 drops in their water bowl, 2 drops maybe in their water bowl should be suffice enough for them once they drink it all through. Then again, whenever I give my dogs water, it's in at least a gallon. So if you want to feed your animals this apple cider vinegar the way I do it, make sure the container is at least a gallon full, okay, or half a gallon. If you're going to put 2 drops of apple cider vinegar in a half a gallon and 4 in a gallon. So I hope that helps. And for humans, consumption of it for humans, I'd say I'd take a teaspoon and I swallow it solid, and it burns like crazy. So you don't want to do that. If you want to, you can take a drink apple cider vinegar with water, mix it in there with it, and then just drink as fast as you can or whatever. But it's supposed to help alleviate heartburn, and it also gets the fleas to the point where they don't want to mess with you. So I hope that was helpful advice for you, and well, happy gardening, I guess. Bye, y'all.